Assalamualaikum, good evening and welcome everyone. Thank you for coming today. Shall we begin the discussion?
Sure.
Sure.
Good. So based on the situation, what do you think are the motivational factors that have been used by the Sintuk to motivate its employees?
I believe the first motivational factors are medical benefits and salary increment. In this into the branch manager, the assistant in charge were given basic salary free plus medical benefits in a form of medical insurance of 150 ringgit per month. The medical benefit can also deliver a range of benefits such as increasing productivity, boosting morale, and helping shape a positive company culture. Healthy people are able to accomplish much more in their time at work and are less prone to burn out in the workplace. Preventative medical solutions can amplify the benefit where staff are aware and engaged with such perks, and extending cover to dependents and family can also relieve external stress. Isinto also give their staff annual salary increment of 120 ringgit per year. A well-paid employee feel valued by his organization. They know management isn't just paying them to get the job done, they are also be respected for their subject matter expertise. If all employees are feeling appreciated at work through great benefits, they will be more motivated and produce a higher volume of better quality work.
That's a good point, Mira. As for me, I think peace rate pay is one of the motivational factors that the Sintuk has used to motivate its employees. The peace rate system is set in order to award your employees with a payment based on the number of finished piece. This can be seen when the waiter or waitress were also being given a basic daily salary plus a piece rate pay. For example, this Sintuk would give their worker 5% of each food plate that's served to the customer. By doing this, would encourage the worker to manage time to increase the output. This also warrants less supervision as the worker is already motivated to work harder. Furthermore, when this is paid per piece, the workers tend to develop and adhere to the most efficient means production. Workers have a vested interest in achieving the company's goal in the most efficient way because they are achieving more both for the company and for themselves. To summarize, the piece rate system is very flexible, simple to operate, and easily understandable to motivate decent employees. What do you think, Yamin?
Yes, I agree with my friends that the Sinto provide good benefits and salaries for their employees. So beside monetary benefits, the Sinto exercise the recognition performance amongst every branch. The certificates of the top performers of the month will be awarded to the branch that contribute the highest sales during the particular branch. In doing so, the Sinto motivates the competition among the branch. The employee from each branch has the target to be motivated to work harder so that they can achieve the award. Besides, top performer of the month creates a healthy competition environment among every branch. It can boost the team spirit among every employee in a branch and become a contributing member of the team. When there is a healthy competition in a company, it will increase the productivity of the employees so that they hit the target as a team. Hence, the sales and revenue of the company will definitely increase. So there are the three motivational factors that have been used by the Sinto to motivate its employees from three of us.
Okay, good explanation. So does everyone agree with the answer presented by Yong Yimin, Yaya, and Mira? If everyone agrees, so shall we proceed with the question 2?
Yes.
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 Okay, so for the second question, we need to explain three sources of conflict in Disinto. So do you have any ideas?
Okay, for me, I think the first source of conflict that can be identified in this case is there is a lack of common performance standards. There is a difference in performance criteria and reward given to the employee of this simple organization, which will cause a business to face conflict. This conflict occurs due to the lack of general performance standards between different groups in the same organization. For instance, we can see that in this case, the waiter or waitress were given a basic daily salary plus a piece rate pay, where 5% of each plate of food served will be allocated to an account. Meanwhile, for the branch manager, the assistants and chef were given only the basic salary plus medical benefit in the form of medical insurance of 150 ringgit per month. Therefore, the difference in performance criteria and reward system will lead Disinto to face with the complaints from the administrative staff and chef. Thus, this shows that the lack of common performance standards is one of the sources of conflict in Disinto. I think that's all from me.
Yes, I agree with you, Ainina. I also found another source of conflict from this case, which is in terms of the employees of Disinto who have different goals to achieve. So it will lead to a decrease in the performance of Disinto. Based on the case given, it stated that the employee that Disinto has hired mostly works as a part-timer rather than full-time. They do not have desire to work for a long time at Disinto because they have another goal to achieve instead of just focusing on the Disinto objective to achieve. Therefore, there is only little encouragement and low motivation for them to complete their tasks with effectively while working at Disinto. From here, it shows that the employees who have a different goals to achieve will lead to a decrease in the performance of Disinto. I think that's all from me.
Okay, I think both of your ideas can be accepted, and for me, the last source of conflict, from my point of view, is the authority relationship. Every branch in Disintok were managed by trusted branch managers, who the majority were from the family members. The branch manager has the most power in making operational decisions at the branch level. Mr. and Mrs. Ramli have also given an autonomy to their branch managers and treated them like their business partner. They will only interfere when necessary. They also let the branch managers to decide on how they manage daily and personal issues in their branches. Most of the decision making were made by the branch manager without asking opinion from their employees. Thus, it will create dissatisfaction among the lower level line staff. The relationship between the managers and the waiters or waitress will also lose. So that's all from me. So what do you think about all the source of conflict that we have identified in this case?
I think all of you already stated all the source of conflict in this case. So now, without wasting our time, shall we move to the last question, which is what type of leadership style is practiced by Mr. and Mrs. Ramli? What we can see in this case, Mr. and Mrs. Ramli practice the laissez-faire style and the authoritarian style as their type of leadership style in this Hindu restaurant. At the initial stage, at the initial stage of this development, they practice laissez-faire style because under this style, manager can give complete freedom to their subordinate to make their decision. What we can conclude here, management of this restaurant, Mr. and Mrs. Ramli give autonomy to their branch manager and treat them like their business partner. In addition, they also let the branch manager decide on how they manage daily and personal issues in their branch, and they will only interfere when necessary. Laissez-faire is the opposite from the authoritarian style, where the laissez-faire leader make few decisions and allow their staff to choose appropriate workplace solutions. I think when the company use this style, it can make faster decision making. But besides that, it also give rise to a conflict because critical success factors are highly dependent on each employee. All in all, what I can see is that when this Into restaurant grew bigger, they changed their leadership style. What do you think, Husna? Do you have any idea about it?
I agree with you, Dania. When I read the case, I understand that they have changed their leadership style from laissez-faire to authoritarian style when their business grow and expand. This is because under authoritarian style, there is complete centralization of authority in the leader. For example, the authority is centered on the leader himself that he has all the power to make decisions and the subordinate are bound to follow his order and direction. After they grew bigger, management of the Sinto restaurant was managed by trusted branch manager, who the majority were from family and members. In other words, the branch manager hold the most power in making operational decisions at the branch level, which sometimes create dissatisfaction among the lower level line staff. I think when the company use this style, it may yield better result when the great speed is required because they already have many branches. So it requires them to have a leader for each branch. Besides that, there is also have disadvantage from this style. It can lead to frustration, low morale and conflict among subordinates where the Mr. and Mr. Ramli receive a lot of complaint and frustration among the administrative staff and chef regarding to their monetary benefit, and it can lead to the loss of relationship between the manager and the waiters or waitress. I think we all have explained all the questions. So if anyone want to sum up some idea about our discussion,
No.
No.
so that is all from us. Thank you.